Rutgers continuing its 5-game homestand, welcoming American to Jersey Mike's Arena for the first time in 41 years. Big Ten basketball, season long, and different players have had big games. Emmanuel Obole coming off his first career double-double in the win against Lehigh on Friday as well. For American, Greg Jones, he's the preseason Patriot League defensive, where all 5 guys played for the Eagles last year. That is not the norm in college basketball, but certainly has been. They haven't made a ton yet this year.
Yeah, that's right. They're going to continue to get them up. Pucks on net. That 5-out offensive approach is hard to guard, especially
the hard drive, trying to get to the bucket, ripped down by Jeff Sprouse. Transition into the corner, Matt Mayock for 3, and a quick spurt for the Eagles to his size. But they bring the double team and force him to pass it out. Francis. Badalau on the baseline with the touch.
Good pressure. A good pacey possession right here. First couple of ones, been a little bit lackadaisical, getting into the groove of this game.
Inside, and it's by Fall. 4 minutes, and that's an easy way to get into this basketball game. 5 to shoot for American. Nausadis with the floater off the glass. 4 minutes gone by. American with a 3-point advantage to reach Francis down the lane. Count it! And he'll have a chance to... He is a phenomenal finisher around the basket. A lot of contact, but it's a foul on the rebound. Tariq Francis whistled for...
Lengthy frame, very handsy. Gets a ton of deflections and steals for such a young age. Very intuitive.
That's another freshman off the bench, Cade Sabat.
Especially with Carson McDonald not being in the lineup tonight.
6'9" freshman. Hurt his knee in their win the other night. A foul that is on Collins. He bit for the...
At that height, and that means using angles, using your quick burst accordingly. In that time, he had
streak of 47 consecutive games with at least 1 3. That came to an end on Friday.
Body staying vertical to deter.
Buchanan on the floor for the first time. The transfer from GW hits. He had a big game last. American is not afraid to push the tempo, get up down the floor. In the corner, rattling in a 3, Madden Collins.
There's 6.
At that point, though, again, American is a team that is not the norm. They have all 5 as Mayock drills a 4th triple for American.
Backed in right now in that lane. Nothing easy. Contested, mid-range, and 2-point shots for Rutgers.
Collins fires again. Madden Collins hits at South Carolina for the last 12 years. And Dawn Staley's his godmother.
And we're talking offensive, but you talk to Simpkins, and he
Rutgers facing its largest deficit by far of the season. Mark banks it in.
And that's gutsy. True to your principles, because they can catch fire at any moment as well, and they're going to continue to get them up.
Buchanan, he's bodied, he's fouled. And Darren Buchanan Jr. will go to the...
Able to walk around with a headband without anybody questioning him.
Buchanan misses the first. Friday, see the Scarlet Knights in action.
Darren Buchanan Jr. doesn't have 10 rebounds this game. There will be no headband next game.
Which is why you will have to watch Big Ten Plus. Egan got into the paint. Looked like he shuffled his feet. He made it, but they wave it off. He did travel. 9 points off the bench for American. Sprouse on the drive, puts it in. Impressive move for the... Have been in D.C. When Grant pulls down the ball. Bryce Dortch on the floor for Steve Speichel. They did break the press. Badalau steps into a 3 and connects. That's a big shot. Badalau trying to go to work, get inside. No, another rebound. Grant fouled, and an opportunity at the free throw. Just opportunity, but they want him to get 8 rebounds a game, and he's well on his way there. He's got 5.
And so does he.
Sprouse giving up about 5 inches to Zerno. Swings it. They get it into the corner. It's an open look. Sebastian drills a 3.
That's good rotation.
Bills are after you spin around 8 times.
I haven't. Have you?
Daily. Zerno drills right out of the timeout. Ball game. They have 5 points over the last 10 minutes.
And if you're American, you got to get back to what was once working.
And it was that. That's exactly what was.
Trust in the work.
That is 150 career-made threes. He is 7th all-time in school history. Grant, oh, he fought that up. There,
Past the rim, not a lot of height or rim protection for America.
Scarlet Knights have fought all half to get back in. Sprouse, free range, and he quiets the crowd.
Get some momentum going.
3 to shoot. Davis down the lane. Oh, what a finish! He would play and does that. So his first points of the half ties this game. See if maybe that provides a consistent offensive spark. And they go right at him. Oh, got their hands in there, grabs the basketball, and a jump ball will be Rutgers.
Points.
Addin Collins checked back in for American. A 3 for Francis. And Rouse, those two hit a ton of threes in the first half. Jones on the drive, and Abole says goodbye.
One more.
And he remains perfect at the line on the night. Solid wins, Wake Forest, a 1-point victory. They had to scratch and claw. They have turned it.
Good matchup. He can take that lane.
We find Abole, roll into the bucket. What a finish by the big man.
Night and day.
He could not.
Hurt to have returning minutes with experience of how to be able to grind out games like Steve Pikel.
Rick Jones, and they're going to call that, that's a goaltending. Got to the rim like that a lot in the first half. He's an all-conference Patriot League player. He just couldn't finish. Almost got his hand on it. Grant for 3. Knocked it in. Francis driving all the way to the bucket. Scooped it in. Tariq Francis in.
Different places. He has to step into that role and grow accordingly.
High fall on the floor. Defensive presence. Battleau lost it on a ball. And that's the Patriot League all-defensive player. Nausedas spun around. Nice catch and finish by Jones.
That is a super tough sequence right there by...
This got deep. Back in the corner. His feet under it. Rocks into a 3. Tariq Francis.
Here in half number 2.
You sound like that's personal experience. Was that your automobile of choice at Blair Academy back in the day? And getting some minutes here in the second half for the first time. Trying to get downhill, and he lost it on the way up. No, Collins clears. American hit 9 threes in the first half. They have not one hit here in the second, and that's not going to be the first.
Puts everybody else on notice.
Buchanan, not Rutgers' best offensive possession, and Georgia standing out of bounds. That ball kind of stuck. But, you know, to
disappoint.
Big win over the weekend. Iowa knocked off Xavier pretty convincingly, too. Iturbe, high arcer, and finally, Buchanan, Collins, and that is a blocking call, and that is number 4. Out of bounds off of the restricted area on a foul as lane violation. So it will be American call, a challenge. As tough as it has been for American on this end of the floor, they're only down 6, now 4. Greg Jones puts it in. Scarlet Knights trying to push it back. Buchanan is bumped, and an opportunity at 3. He's been in his 4th year in college basketball. I mean, it is one where, like, hey, they don't want him to stop. Like Steve Pikel says, keep going. Rutgers lead. They trying to get back to Greg Jones. It is Iturbe in the lane, high arcer, and a foul.
Talk with Coach Simpkins about the approach last year, considering how this defense is body right. So he focused on attacking the weight room, dropping the pound.
For American.
2-3 zone here. Yeah, that's offensive foul.
It is an offensive foul, and that's big because Mayock, if he was called for, that would have been his 4th.
Yeah, will he be on the court?
1-1 for the freshman Sebastian. Rolls it in. Their first 3 games. He finally got going to the tune of 10 points on
action for the Eagles.
And a 1-1, both teams in the bonus. Woolley's first career.
Your foul situation, don't even put yourself in that predicament. Things you learn.
Rick Francis has had a solid second half as well. What a move to the bucket, knocked in. They're doing Jalen Grant at the line, that is his first miss, but another tight one here on Friday night. The offense in this one has been much tougher to come by for both teams.
Yeah, absolutely, especially.
Back to the senior. Nausadis around, tough three, and he's fouled. And that is on the freshman.
One's behind the three-point line.
Wyatt Nausadis with 3 free throws. A sophomore from Traverse scoring here in the first 4 games to 13 a game. He's got the first 2.
Time stop.
And he hits all 3. We just looked at Dwayne Simpson. I mean, he like bent in half. It was almost painful because he knew what that play could have meant. Oh, what a finish! I don't know, like a 1-possession game. Instead, it's back to a 7-point lead. Collins on the drive. He's bumped and fouled. And the freshman, Simpkins, has been in a lot of these. Back in the day, you know, he's a little bit more at least
School ACC.
Or the teams, Joe Smith. Dwayne Simpkins played on a pair of...
I like that shoot-around. Simpkins still gets out with his guys and participates in practice.
Francis on the drive. He was not giving that ball.
Bender riding the entire way. He's able to take the bump.
And Jones Jr. on the drive. He got deep. Nice find. Great cut. That is great movement by the freshman. He did a fantastic job, too, by the way, to not pick up that foul. Battle out all alone.
That's textbook.
The entire second half after trailing the entire first half. Chris Egan got some space, and that's a good finish.
That's a good ATO right there. Left shoulder.
ATO after timeout.
Right.
On the drive. Battle the freshman Sebastian to the freshman Egan. Obole playing with 4 fouls. And nice touch.
That's tough.
He is fouled out, and Carson McDonald with the knee injury. Only played 6 total minutes those first few games. Oh, and the block. But Grant stayed with it and puts it back. But American had done a good job on the glass. That has completely changed here in the second half. Rutgers now +10. Buchanan is bumped, and he will be at the line. Buchanan had a 1-and-1, but this is 2 free throws, and he hits the first anyway.
Yep.
Buchanan hits both. Get back at it, and they look like a team that will be very competitive in conference. Battle rolled it out. Another offensive board, and another finish.
Fun for another 2 minutes. This is one that you flush and you extract the value out of it, but you got to keep marching on if you're American.
Big shot, Nausadis with the throw. Loose ball, and Americans got to go. Down by 10. Jones into the front court on the drive. Counted in the foul. How did he get that over? That was impressive athleticism for Jones. Finishes the 3-point play. So on the drive, the same spot. Hey, Grant with the block. Iturbe fighting with Davis. And it is a basketball down by 7, 52 seconds to go. Oh, they found Collins, and he's fouled. And he waited to draw.
Not give American another out if they miss.
Out of a 2-possession game.
I think that this is a situation where looking how Rutgers has been shooting, and the question was answered.
Yeah. Free throw shooter this year, he's shooting 2. So that first make tonight, he's averaged 12 points this in his junior year, but he does hit them both. 80%. 8-point game. Nausadis banks in a 3. I remember both. And off the heel. So no matter what, Grant shooting for 20. And he has 20 in back-to-back games.
Faces him before it completes. I think it cost him a conversion.
20 in a row at home against non-conference opponents. Buchanan hits them both. Oh, offensive board. Nausadis for 3. Collins is fouled, and they'll count it. Converts, he has 16, and they will sub him out. That'll triggers the inbounds. Buchanan up the floor to Grant, who flushes it home. But the transfer from NJIT, who averaged 19 points.
5 of 9 from 2, 2 of 4 from 3. in the second half, 13 points.
And led the way, and Rutgers knocks off American 80-71. That is 20 straight and second longest in the Big Ten. For Austin Johnson, Jason Horowitz, we are done with the start of the triple header. Let's send you to cover Hawkeye.